I'm Adam Rotchstein, physical preparation coach for Impact Montreal. As our preseason wears on, we're going to do a little bit more in terms of getting the guys to be able to do repeated sprints and get them closer to being game fit in terms of 90 minutes. But right now, you know, we're just building towards. We played some 3 periods of 30 minutes, then we built up to about 40-minute periods. Going into LA, we're probably going to be 45 and 60. So we're slowly progressing towards 90-minute play. But the guys are doing a great job. We've worked on a little bit of fitness here while we've been in Guadalajara. But once we get back to Montreal, we're going to even focus on it a little bit more, make sure our base level of endurance is good so we can move on to the next stage in terms of being able to produce more of an anaerobic approach to our fitness. We make sure we monitor the loads of the guys so they all wear heart rate monitors. We're looking at that constantly. We're making sure that we're trying not to overtrain guys. We don't want to bury them, but we want to stimulate the guys. We don't want to annihilate the guys. So with the heart rates, we're able to look at pretty much what zone they're in. We base everything off of their heart rate max or their anaerobic threshold, whatever value we have. And we're able to see, depending on what zone they reach in terms of 90 to 100% or 80 to 90%, how hard they're working, how intensely they're working, and we're able to kind of extrapolate how many sprints they might make based on that data. So if you have a player who runs in their red zone, which is about 96 to 100% for let's say a minute, versus a guy who is in the red zone for say 5 seconds, you know that the guy that was in there for the minute probably made a few more higher level sprints than the guy who was only in there for 5 seconds. I would say you know, sleep, recovery, our regeneration protocols are just as important now as they are during the season. It's something that you do not want to overlook at any moment in the season. You know, while we've been here, we've been doing some massage. We've hit some cold tubs generally every day. It's hard to hit contrast therapy here, which is where you do hot and cold. But we've been able to get some good use out of our new cold tubs that we have here, and you know, we stretch them every day, cool them down. Just making sure that they're eating properly. We have good supplementation for them. So we want to make sure all of our bases are covered both now and throughout the season to make sure that, you know, we're trying to limit either overuse injuries or anything of that nature. Not all guys are at the same page right now, but I think, you know, once we step into LA, we're gonna be a little bit closer in terms of the entire team being on the same page. But for the most part, a lot of the guys have come in pretty fit. It's obvious they've done a lot during the off season, which is great to see. Well, I think, you know, Impact is battling a few issues that other teams in the league don't have right now. Number one is we're a brand new team. Everybody's new, so mostly everybody, at least right now. And so there's a few more issues we have to battle in terms of building a cohesive team. So it's very important that we get together sooner rather than later. Whereas, you know, some of the other teams in the league have been successful that are able to start a little bit later, but they've also been together as a club a lot longer than we have. So, you know, it's very important that we try to build a good cohesive team before the start of the season. It's more of a 25K than a sprint, that's for sure, in terms of the MLS season. So we want to be smart in terms of how we prepare our plan going into preseason, going into the season, either in the first part of the season, mid-season, and late season. Chemistry is great within the coaching staff. You know, we all bounce ideas off one another, and yeah, I mean, everyone has input, and it's great to be a part of such a great coaching staff that I think where everyone's input is heard. So it's been great so far, this staff. I love being with the Impact. I love it. I love it. A little bit warmer here than it is in Montreal, which is nice for a little bit, but I'm excited to get back to Montreal to be with my family. So.